for this week's report. The Exeter Blue Hawk varsity soccer team goes undefeated. The Exeter Fire Department is collecting toys for those in need. The Exeter area GFWC makes stockings for veterans. The holiday parade returns to Exeter. And the final video update on the IOKA renovations. For Exeter TV, I'm Bob Glowacki, and this is the Exeter Biweekly Report. Let's get started. Thanks for tuning into the show today. If you're new or returning to the channel, please like this video, subscribe, and hit the bell to get notified about new content. We're hoping to hit over 2,000 YouTube subscribers by the end of the year. Only one more report till then. For our first segment, the Exeter Blue Hawk varsity soccer team went undefeated this year. The folks at Blue Hawk Media, Education Channel 8, have this report.
Exeter Blue Hawks have come into Manchester Memorial High School, the number 2 seed. 2 undefeated teams here. There had to be one winner and one loser, and 2 marvelous goals by Alan Barretto.
On November 9th, 2024, the boys varsity soccer team clinched the Division I state title against the Bedford Bulldogs. We had a chance to catch up with a few of the seniors to talk about how the first half of the game went for them.
We were making chances. We were also, getting attacked. We got pressured. So we knew we just had to keep up pressure and keep up defense as well and just kind of play the game we knew we could. We had worked on it in practices, so we just kind of stuck to our game plan.
In the locker room, after the first half, we realized that this would be the last 40 minutes that we'd play together. And I think that motivated us to put 100% in and really play as one team and win it for each other.
Well, for defense, we just knew that we had to play our game, me and Mannix, me holding up the ball and trying to find that pass, or the same thing for him. We knew that we were going to get through eventually. I think we were both confident that we were some of the best strikers in the state and that we could, put some past them.
In the second half, Alan Barretto scores the first goal of the game to put Bedford down 1-0, putting Bedford in a situation they hadn't been in all season.
I was just so excited. Seeing the student section as soon as I got up from the first goal, I just felt like a huge rush of adrenaline. It was just an amazing feeling. 5 minutes later, Barretto strikes again with another goal to put Exeter up 2-0 on an errant clear attempt by Bedford. Cooper Vitti talks about how it felt going up by 2 goals.
That was probably one of the best moments of our lives, probably talk for everyone. Just the feeling of running over to the student section, knowing that we're probably the best team in the state out of all the divisions and everything, just a really cool feeling.
Throughout the playoffs, Exeter managed to strike first against Timberlane, Portsmouth, and Keene. Coach Curran talks about how the team's energy from those first goals helped motivate them throughout the finals.
For our team this year, once we scored 1, it really kind of got us moving. And you could see that even in that game. Allen gets the second one 5 minutes later, and now we're up 2-0. Bedford had not been a goal down all season long. So I think we all kind of felt as though if we could get that first one and put them into a situation that they had yet to experience and start to make them feel a little uncomfortable, that would be a positive as well.
Exeter had 13 seniors on the team this year, and Coach Curran talks about what it will be like without them next year.
There's a group of them, there's 6 of them that I've had since sophomore year. So they've become a group that I have just expected to have every year. And so it's going to be pretty strange going into preseason next year and not seeing a lot of the guys that I've spent a good majority of the last 4 seasons, having them not be there will certainly be a strange feeling. I don't think it will really hit me until that first day of preseason in the fall, and I look around and there's no Mannix, there's no Jude, there's no Cooper. I think that will be when it really hits me that these guys aren't with us anymore.
With the start of next season being 9 months away, Coach Curran looks to the underclassmen to step up next year and lead the team to another great season.
Got a nice group coming back that I'm excited about. We've got, it was a split roster, really 50-50 between underclassmen and seniors. We've got a good group returning, hardworking group. I think that's one of kind of the legacy things that the senior class is going to leave, is really this year they really upped the level of commitment in the off season, the level of work that they put in during the season. And so I think, or I'm hopeful, that that sort of approach and mentality gets passed down to the underclassmen and they continue that into next season.
The Exeter Fire Department is joining other Seacoast firefighters in the Seacoast Toy Drive. Gabe Perez has more information.
The Exeter Area Fire Department is collecting toys and donations to help share the joy of the season with families in need of support. They have placed toy collection bins at several locations around town, including next to the front door of RJ's Hardware, beside the counter at Whirligig's Toy Shop, next to the takeout door in Otto's Pizza, and several other locations, including Hannaford's, Hafner's, Exeter Hospital, and the Exeter YMCA. After the toys are collected, members of the department will wrap the gifts before Christmas, during a wrapping party on December 21st, which will also mark itself as the deadline. So if you're looking to help spread Christmas cheer and bring happiness to kids in need, please consider visiting some of these donation locations and helping those who could use it the most.
The Exeter area GFWC recently held an event creating gifts for veterans. They sent us some photos from the event. Here's a quick recap.
The Exeter Area Greater Federations of Women's Club, or GFWC, recently got together to make stockings and cards for veterans, particularly female veterans. Club members feel that little gestures like hand-decorated stockings stuffed with toiletries and socks, or handmade greeting cards show veterans a little love, care, and appreciation at the holidays. These cards and stockings will be sent to Pease and the VA located in Manchester. If you're interested in learning more about the organization, the GFWC's next meeting will be on Thursday, January 9th, 2025 at 7 p.m. at the Senior Center located at 30 Court Street in Exeter. Visitors are welcome.
The holiday parade returns this Saturday. Gabe Perez has all the information you need to know to catch the action.
Saturday, December 7th ushers in the return of Exeter's biggest event of the year, the Exeter Holiday Parade. Beginning at 5:30 p.m., the parade will start its journey at 131 Portsmouth Ave, just outside the Osram entrance, making its way all the way to downtown and concluding at the entrance of Swayze Parkway. Everyone is welcome to fa-la-la-la-la-lo along the route of the parade, celebrating Exeter's wonderful holiday cheer. Exeter TV will also have a live broadcast of the parade for those who won't be in attendance, filming directly from the bandstand, hosted by Beth Dupel and Mark Erickson, who will be our guides all throughout the night, on YouTube and Comcast channels 6 and 8. So come on down, Saturday, December 7th at 5:30 p.m. for living, laughing, and loving the holidays the only way Exeter knows how to.
New to this year's parade is a sensory viewing area. In this quiet viewing area located in the front of New England Pizza at the start of the parade, fire trucks and large vehicles will refrain from blowing their horns and sirens. We hope to see you downtown at the parade, but if you live out of state, you can catch all the action live on Exeter TV starting at 5 p.m. And for our last segment, we have our final report on the IOKA renovations project as the reconstruction phase comes to an end. We're back with our final update on the IOKA restoration project. And as you can see, a lot has changed since our last update in March. Let's take a look. Last we saw the building, masons were just finishing installing new windows and steelworkers began erecting the framework for 3 new canopies that run along the face of the building. The new canopies are reminiscent of some of the first that were on the building when it opened in 1915. Original plans for the renovations included reusing letters from the IOKA marquee. With the letters now residing at their new home at the American Sign Museum in Ohio, new letters had to be manufactured. The new letters will serve as a tribute to the many decades that the Mayer Building was home to the IOKA Theater. Back in March, the interior of the building was entering the final stages, with sheetrock delivered for the upper 3 floors. Like everything else in the project, sheetrock had to enter the building through one of the existing doors and windows. This proved to be challenging work, especially for the high ceilings on the top floor. Crews quickly began to finish the new residential units with plastering, trim work, painting, and bathroom and kitchen installs. The model unit was finished in August, showing what the new residential spaces would look like. Back on the outside of the building, masons were working on the exterior alleyway between the IOKA and 45 Water Street. The newly restored alley will serve as an entrance to the lower levels of both buildings, and offers a glimpse of the beautiful river environment. These river views are the new focus for the renovated Mayer Building. Since the removal of the Great Dam in 2017, this section of the river has been teeming with fish, birds, and other local wildlife. A patron inside the old IOKA Theater would never have known that this unique environment existed just beyond the rear wall of the theater. In October, work began on the last major change to the exterior appearance of the building, completing the structural restoration construction phase of the project. The rooftop terrace offers extended views both up and down river. With the final major changes nearing completion, new Exeter residents will soon move into the upstairs apartments, and the first commercial tenant in the building is preparing to open its doors to the public. We caught up with the owner of Inkwell Coffee and Tea House of Littleton, New Hampshire, Jim Annan, as he was putting the final touches on the new coffee bar, which will be located in the rear of the first floor overlooking the river. As the first space in the historic building set to reopen to the public, Mr. Annan was excited to offer a spot for Exeter residents to gather.
You know, anytime you move into a historical building, you have a lot of different sentiments in town, what the building was, what it is. And we really hope to make this part of the showcase for the community, that they've done a lot of work renovating this over the last number of years. It's got a lot of character in the building and the history. So we want to kind of piggyback on that and just be an opportunity for people to come in, for local people, a place that they've known, for visitors, a place that they may have heard about. So that's really important to us, is to establish something in the community that means something to the community.
The construction chapter and our coverage of the IOKA renovation project is coming to a close. A huge thank you to the developers David Cowie and Jay Caswell for granting us access to the project, and for allowing the public to follow along as the gem that is the IOKA transformed from a closed theater space to a new mixed-use building. Now, each time as you pass by the newly restored Mayer Building and see the IOKA letters standing over Water Street, you can remember the times you've had at the theater and the new memories yet to come. That does it for this week's report. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to help us spread the word. And head over to the town website and subscribe to the town's email newsletter to get this show and other local news sent straight to your inbox. For Exeter TV, I'm Bob Glowacki, and this has been the Exeter Biweekly Report.